Let's go.
It's alive.
All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. I really appreciate it. I wanted to give you guys a special shout out. Thank you for all of the guys who are watching on IG, on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. We really appreciate it. We are growing, growing, growing. We thank you guys for all of the support that you have given. Hope everyone is healthy. Hope everyone is riding. Well, I know my people up north are not riding. Is it cold up there yet? Is it cold enough to stop riding? Uh, Down here in South Florida, man, we are, very fortunate to be able to have year-round riding weather. So I really appreciate you guys, and I'm giving a special shout out to all of my Canadians, my New Yorkers, all of the guys who subscribe to me from Wisconsin and Arkansas and Colorado. I saw in Cleveland that they caught some snow. Caught some snow up there. So I saw that, and it just let's see. I don't know how to. I don't know what to say to that. So, like I said, guys, we hope everyone is riding. If you're not riding, then you know make sure that your bike is well maintained over the winter. Winterize your bike. You know. It's many different things that you can do. That's not the topic for discussion tonight. Maybe we should go into that one night. What to do to winterize your bike? But that is definitely a different topic. I don't really have that issue down here. The most thing that we worry about is getting down to the 50s and the bike getting too cold, and you have to go outside and let it warm up a little bit before you hop on it. But tonight, like I said, guys, we have an interesting topic tonight. Something I'm bringing this topic up tonight um, about bike rallies. Okay, our bike rallies on the decline. Why or why not? So it's interesting that I had a client today asked me, because this was their first time uh, riding a motorcycle. They're getting into the hobby. As you know, that motorcycle riding enthusiasts, they generally have been riding for a while. To get someone new into the community, it's kind of refreshing, right? If you've ever experienced it, it almost makes you feel like you want to teach all over again. It makes you feel like you want to be alive again. It's almost like kind of like a new baby, right? Like it's kind of like a new baby. And they asked me, what are some of the main motorcycle events that go on, within the state of Florida. And then I expounded upon that it's not just Florida that it happens with, right? It is all over the place. They have them all over the country. They have them, they have them everywhere. So to see that and then to kind of and to kind of watch them do that, it's kind of like a good thing. I have been to Sturgis. I have been to Myrtle Beach. I have been to Daytona Bike Week. And then in the state of Florida, they have multiple rallies throughout the course of the year, like Thunder Beach in Pensacola. That's generally around, man, when is Thunder Beach? I think that's November time. It's latter part of the year. It's either the last quarter of the year. It's between September, October, and November. I know Bike Week for Biketoberfest, which is like the off bike week in Florida. So Daytona throws a off bike week is Biketoberfest. I've been to that, and then Leesburg is a big one, and then the Daytona Bike Week. The main one that I haven't gone through, so I have no or zero experience with, is Laconia. Laconia is up in the New England area, like Massachusetts, New Hampshire, that whole little area over there, and then they have a big rally during that time. So I've never been to that one before. So we just, like I said, we just have a nice I have a nice good experience. Let me rephrase that. I shouldn't say a nice good experience. I have experiences with majority of the major bike rallies. And throw a shout out, man, if you know of a bike rally that I didn't mention that you may be aware of. I think it's one I know it's a couple over in the California and Arizona side. I know what is the one called the PRO convention. That's very big. The Roundup is very big. So these are rotating bike rallies that are put out on an annual basis, and most people follow those events, right? So they've ranged from Tennessee to Arkansas to Georgia to they just range all over the places, those different bike rallies. But my main topic, are bike rallies on the decline. So I don't know. This is just my own personal opinion, right? I really wish someone would chime in with me on this to get their different perspective about it. But I personally believe that bike rallies are on the decline. I don't believe that nowhere near as many people go as they used to. I have stopped going probably the last 6 or 7 years. I was about to go last year, and I'll tell you the story why I didn't. I kind of had an epiphany right before I went to right before I was scheduled to go, and I did a video on it on my page, so you could kind of see that about why listening to yourself, when it tells you not to ride. Okay, so we'll go into that just a little bit, but as far as bike rallies being on the decline, sometimes I think that the new writer is not going like how it was in the past. If you have never been, I highly suggest that you go. Right? Like it's not a fact of if you should. It's really, I'm sorry, not fact of when you should, is you should go. Like you have to experience it at least once so that you can make your judgment or assessment just like how I have based upon, energies that I got during while I was there. Okay. And then certain things happen where it makes you say, you know what, I'll return. And then certain things happen where it says, you know what, nah, we're not about to do this no more. Right. So I had a few experiences where it made me not really even want to go. Now, going up there to Bike Week, it's a different. I'm going to speak specifically on Florida and Sturgis. Okay, Daytona Bike Week, Myrtle Beach. That's a big rally. I think that's in like the summertime, and then Sturgis, which is in the summertime also. And then you have Daytona. So I like to use these big ones because that's generally where everybody goes, right? So if they're going to go, that's what everybody's making a trip to do. It's a great time to be on the road with your friends. A lot of people trailer their bikes up, although I am not an advocate for that. I always believe that, maybe on your first or second one, you should definitely ride to the event that you want to go to. After that, then you can trailer in. But if you've never been before, you have to experience it, the ride going in and then the ride coming back home, based upon how much partying you do that particular weekend, or just based upon the experience. The journey there is just as fun as the actual event, right? The stories of people breaking down on the side of the road, the stories of inclement weather coming in and having to experience that, the different places that you see, the different things that you see because you're in North Florida or you're in Sturgis and you're in probably some rural areas. Like bike weeks are that's a good thing I just thought of. Myrtle Beach and Daytona Beach are not like major cities in those states. They only they're only hosted with main events that bring tourism there. So it's kind of funny to see how that works. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm not really a bike rally guy anymore. Like it's too many things that can go wrong. There's too many things that go left on why I don't attend. We'll get into some of those things in just a moment. But I definitely believe that if you have never been on it before, that you should definitely experience it at some shape, at some point in time, right? You should definitely understand that Bike Week is a place to be and a thing that you should do at some point in your motorcycle riding career, your motorcycle riding career. So, with that being said, we are going to. So that is my personal opinion. Like, I would maybe somebody comment and drop in and what do they think about bike rallies, whether they think that they're overrated or not. It's really kind of funny to hear some of the stories in reference to it, right? So the let's so if you could only go to one per year, which one is the best? Myrtle Beach, Laconia, Daytona, or Sturgis? Man, that's a pretty tough question there. I guess it really depends on what my bike is doing. Because if my bike is running good, a lot of times I am going to go to whichever one that is most convenient for me. Being here that we're in South Florida, Daytona is kind of like the more convenient one, and then we experience the other ones as we go throughout the year. A lot of times too, you know, these bike weeks, man, they can get a little pricey to get to, so and different ones have different areas, right? So Myrtle Beach is probably the most intense with law enforcement, be it that their state has a no helmet law. Being in Florida, we don't have a no helmet law, or we have a no helmet law. So we have the ability and the right to not wear a helmet. And when you're going short distances or you're stuck in traffic, and I know some people kind of like, this is a heavy topic, the no helmet law. But when you're riding close quarters and you're riding slow in traffic, and you're going from point A to point B, and it's only a mile or two. A lot of people don't want to wear a helmet, right? A lot of people don't want to wear a helmet. But if I could go to one of these, I guess it would be Laconia. Laconia, because I've never been to that one. So, out of the three that I have gone to, Sturgis, Daytona, and Myrtle, I think I enjoyed myself mostly at Daytona. The very first one I went to, when I went to Sturgis, man, I was so tired. I don't know what to tell you. Good Lord, I rode my motorcycle from here all the way up there, and man, that is an intense ride. If you have coming from if you're coming from Miami, Florida, that's pretty rough right there. So I don't know what to tell you on that one, but I can tell you that it's expensive. It's definitely a little pricey, so you better bring your wallet out when you go. But the Myrtle Beach one, that's about 9 hour ride from me. Laconia is probably a 2 day ride from me. Sturgis was a 2 day ride, and Daytona is, like I said, right around the corner. All of the ones in the state of Florida, I've been to some PRO conventions that were a day ride, so those were kind of fun too. So, we had lots of different experiences going to different ones. So, if I could only go to one, I probably, like I said, I probably go to Laconia. Some of these, like I said, some of these rides are extremely fun, man. Like I said, if you get a group of guys to go with you, man, you can experience a very fun, a very never forget moment. You can experience these types of things here when you take off with a group of people. So it's kind of cool. my personal experiences with it, I really had fun. I'm not gonna lie. Just the ride there is definitely is definitely a little intense. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I really enjoy riding out and doing these um, rallies, right? So when I was going, now I'm to the point where, like I said, I just don't want to do it. I've been to enough of these where I don't want to go, but there are certain things that I do like about it. And like I said, everybody should definitely experience going to Daytona, or I'm sorry, going to any one of these bike rallies. One of my best memories of going to a rally was in Daytona. Daytona, man, me and Daytona have we have a love-hate relationship. Okay, we have a love-hate relationship. For those of you that don't know, Daytona is set up on I'm not gonna say it's kind of segregated a little bit. Like you have the black side of Daytona and then the white side of Daytona as far as the rally is concerned. On Main Street is where the white side hangs out at, and then in Daytona by Bethune Cookman, it's kind of where you see more of the black side at, and it's funny how you want to get both experiences, right? Because I promise you, it's two different worlds. In two different worlds. When I go hang on the white side, man, it's kind of like Coyote Ugly kind of vibes. Girls up on the bars, they dancing with their shirts off. Everybody's drinking beer. It is very stereotypical. Very stereotypical. Then you go on the black side and everybody's playing their music loud, and the motors are revving from the sport bikers, and everybody's got their own flask. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different vibe, I promise you. But you have to experience both. The food is completely different on each side. You go to the white side, man, you get onion rings and cheese sticks, and it's kind of funny. Carnival cakes, and they have a little fair at the end of Main Street right on the beach. So, you get kind of food like that. And then on the black side, you get mac and cheese and fried conch and, snapper and kingfish and all of that kind of stuff. Man, it's just like I said, it's two completely different worlds. But one of my best memories, I was in Daytona, and I was with a crew, and we did not dress for the evening, right? So we were dressed during the day. Man, it was blazing hot that day. Um, and because I'm sorry, Bike Week, Daytona Bike Week is at the third week in March generally, right? That's when all of that's the second or third week in March. So it's a 2-week period, and so we had dressed for the day. We got on our bikes around 11. We get up to go to we get up to go to Orlando. I mean, to Daytona. We hang out at the fairground. We go over to the speedway. We tent hop all day. We went to the white side. We went to the black side. Man, we had so much fun. We get back over to the black side at Bethune Cookman, and when that happened, uh, the temperature started to drop, and man, when I'm telling you, like, so remember, guys, South Florida, we are not from up north. We are not used to riding in 50-degree air with t-shirts on. We are not used to riding in 40-degree air with t-shirts on and and like sport bike jackets. At the time, I was on a sport bike, and the jacket was mesh. It had no lining on the inside because it was hot that day. I'm telling you, we were all dressed because it was 80 degrees and 85 degrees outside. Man, we get back on them sport bikes at 10 o'clock at night, and we leave Daytona and drive back over to Orlando. It was a 45-minute ride. Oh my God, when I tell you it was so cold, we were stuck onto the bike. When we pulled up, we had an Airbnb at the time. When we pulled up to the house, everybody was getting off the bike. It was bone chilling cold. It was no way you were going to stop while you were on that motorcycle. I mean, all red lights was ran. You come down to a slow roll. You cannot put your feet down because I promise you, it's going to freeze. It's almost like it hurts to do that. That's how cold it was. We were in jeans, t-shirt, and sport biker jackets. Oh my God, man. We get to the no, this was the where you normally know it's not a rule where 4 or 5 guys get in a water tub together, a sauna together. That's not the norm. Man, all of us was in that sauna. We was trying to thaw out. We was so cold. We got off the bike shaking. My homeboy got off the bike. He couldn't even put his kickstand down. The bike tilted over and fell over on the ground. We laughed so hard. Oh my God. I turned the heat down to, I'm sorry, I turned the heat up to 85 degrees. So by the time we got out the house, got out the Airbnb had a sauna. By the time we got out of there, man, that house was so hot. It was 85 degrees in that house. I think the devil was sitting right on the couch watching Netflix. Man, it was so hot in there. So so yeah, man, that is one of my favorite that's one of my favorite biker stories coming back from Orlando to Daytona. I got what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? You know how somebody thinks it's you. They think somebody else is you and it's not you, and they mistake you. So I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm walking down, and one of my buddies, a random guy, comes up to him and hits the man. When I tell you he hit this boy, he hit my homeboy so hard. He thought he was somebody else. And when we realized what was happening, he was standing over and was like, "What's up now?" I can't remember the name he was saying, but let's just say he was saying John. "What's up now, John? What's up now, John?" Man, my homeboy name was Blue. Blue got swung on so bad, man. Oh my God. Man, we beat the brakes off this boy. We ran up and jumped on him. Then oh man, that was too much fun. I ain't gonna even lie. Man, we talked about that story to this day, but Blue called hell on that one because he caught that first lick. I ain't gonna even lie. And but we avenged that boy. We got your back, Blue. We got your black. But yeah, man, we had so much fun. Those are some of my favorite bike stories, bike memories, at a rally. Um, those are my stories on the black side. I got one good one on the white side. I had never, I ain't gonna say never, but I wasn't really exposed to, let's just put it like this, different cultures on a motorcycle at motorcycle rallies. I was never exposed to that. It was it's definitely a different experience, right? And to watch, and to watch this happen, it was definitely to see. Man, this boy come outside the bar, and he was the whole time he was in the bar. He was like this loud, obnoxious kind of kid. He was all over the place. He was just dancing like just. He just, oh man, he was just all over the place. And when he gets out of the bar, he's walking out. Man, he threw up on this dude's boots. Oh my God, I never seen somebody get hit so quick. Like it was like a snap of a finger, like he didn't even hesitate. That boy said, "Bloop," and then he caught a left, something nasty. Man, made that poor little boy get beat up right there in front of the we all laughing. It was so funny to us. We was cracking up. So those are some of my little funny stories out of the bike week. So like I said, man, if you go to bike week, you have some good stories. I got some girl stories. The girls up there be off the chain. I don't think that's I don't know if I really want to go into that on YouTube, but it was definitely mad fun in bike week. Myrtle Beach was another good one too, because in Myrtle Beach, that area is probably the one where they jump on the bikes the most. I don't think I've ever been to a rally where more girls jump on your bike. Like they hop on. And now, shout out to the LBGTQ community, but the guys will jump on your bike too. You got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. Somebody get hurt out there doing that, But it was still mad fun. I had never experienced that. They never jumped on the back of mine, but I just thought it was. I saw that happen to somebody. and it was just like a random guy that was riding down the street, and man, like I said, we was cracking up laughing. So like I said, man, all of the memories that you have on these different events, man, I'm not a rapper, but I swear I be in the cipher when I get into Airbnbs, and man, you put on that Shook One beat, oh, or you put on that Biggie Smalls beat with the what's it called, One More Chance beat, man. Oh man, I go crazy. Y'all don't want to hear me spit. They like Stogie the rap god. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. I can't rap with nothing, but I love doing it. I love singing, but I can't sing. It's too funny. So those are some of my best memories of going to Bike Week, man. I really enjoy doing that. Now, as far one of the reasons why I stopped going, because man, our rally's a haven for bike thieves. And what do they look for? Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all don't have y'all eye on y'all bike, man, staying at these hotels, oh my God, man. These guys look for people. They pray for people to stay on hotels. You have no idea how fast it is to get your bike taken. Like, you have no clue how fast they do it. When you watch it in person, and he was just sitting there like, oh man, he got somebody bike. All they do, guys, is roll a trailer next to your bike. A lot of people do not put their fork lock on. And man, these guys will push your bike over. I'm sorry, roll your bike back, push your bike over on the left side, on the high on the what's the non kickstand side. They'll push your bike over on that and ride off with your bike, get maybe 2-3 miles down the road, strap that bad boy down like it's theirs, and they out of there. Man, so many bikes get stolen during a bike week. Man, it is insane how it happens. From people not locking their steering wheel, from people not putting the padlock on the rotor, from the throttle down to the rotor, not putting that on. People putting those on and them cutting it. So you have to get one that cannot go through or that can be resistant to bolt cutters because they have that too. Then they have them where people just don't tie their bikes up to one another. So they have all different types of ways of stealing bikes. They have scanners now that can scan your bike within 2 seconds and tell if you have a GPS or a navigation piece on your bike to be able to know where it's at. These guys are good, man. I'm telling you, they are nasty. Another reason, like I said, why I don't go. So many bikes get stolen at the rallies. People come in and spend 60, 70, 80, 100,000 on these bikes, and these bikes get taken. People are taking the whole trailers. You think your bikes are safe locked up in a trailer at the hotel that you're in, and man, this bad boy will come out there and take your bike. Like they would take the bike in the trailer. So it's like it's crazy to watch when you see it happening. It's really a crazy thing to see. And when I saw it, I just was in so much awe um, to see how quickly they do it, and to see how precise they do it. When you watching it, man, I'm not about to say nothing because that's not my bike. Like that's not my business. But if it was my bike, it'd be a little different energy. I promise you that, right? But these guys are really taking these motorcycles, man. They're taking parts off. They're taking tour packs off. A lot of people don't have the unlocked tour pack. A lot of people don't have the locked saddlebags or the unlocked saddlebags. They don't have this stuff. Their bike is not properly secure in order for people who are out there to not to take it, or a deterrent at least to move on to the next one so that you're not getting mine. And these sport bikers can forget about it. Harleys have a chance. These sport bikers, man, they don't even have a chance because these jokers, man, the bikes are so light, right? They're so light. So, those are one of the different things. Like I said, we're talking about bike rallies, things and reasons why to go, reasons why not to go, things that you should be aware of, and things that you should know about before engaging into the activity. But like I said, you still should definitely attend at least one time or two times, or at least once to each one of them. Like I still want to go to Laconia. I've never been there before. Now, hanging on the strip and attending the parties, right? Like, man, these are just, you have to keep in mind, guys, man, these guys are drunk. And if you are not a people person, I highly suggest don't go. You can do many other things at the rally, and I'll get into that in just a moment. But the key part is that when you're on these strips, man, it is better to go in a pack, right? Like you need two or three guys, three, four guys with you, man. Because like I said, a lot of times things come your way that you're just not prepared for, right? Attending these parties, man, a lot of times these, I'm just speaking from my perspective. I can't speak from anybody else's. But the ladies there have an agenda. They have an agenda. So be careful, right? You going back to the hotel, and you know that you let's just put it like you come back and you don't have your wallet and your credit cards, right? I've seen that happen to other people. I've heard people complain about it. Hanging on the strip, it's mad fun. Don't get me wrong. You get to see a lot of and get exposed to a lot of different things, right? But these are just some of the things that you go, man. Try to go to some of these parties where they're during the daytime, like maybe a 1 to 5 type event, because a lot of that is happening uh, during these bike weeks, and you just hang on the strip and you post up on your bike and just watch the other bikes go by. So hanging at these clubs and hanging on the strip. When I say the strip, generally each one of these that I've been to has had a main area where everybody rides down. Myrtle has it, Sturgis has it, Daytona has it, Biketoberfest has it, PRO conventions have it. I'm 90% sure Laconia has it. I've just never experienced it there before. But excuse me, once again, these rallies are, like I said, they are a lot of fun to go to, and they are a lot of different energies. Okay, so if I could go, well, let me say this: if I do go to any of the rallies, it's only for two reasons. I only have two reasons why I go. I like going for the bikes, and I like going to see what new parts are out there. Okay. Actually, it's like a third one. Like the third one is I like to hang with the people that I'm with. Okay. I never go to bike rallies alone. Just wouldn't do that. Not something that I particularly care for. But the new parts that are coming out, a lot of times accessory companies release their new things at bike week. You can get them installed right on the bike right at that moment. You can they have different things that you have access to on your bike. So it's a lot of different things that come out. I remember when Area 51 came out with their exhaust. They debuted at bike week. The at least debuted to the public, right? They had more of a private thing going on. I remember when Reinhardt used to come there. Harley comes there all the time. These sport bikers, Honda and Suzuki tents, man, you could see the Cali tents. You could see all of the latest models of whatever is out. I test rode the Pan America, the Live Wire. These are all specialty bikes that you ride there. A lot of people have ridden the Road Glider and the Street Glide. These bikes are like I said, these are the reasons why you go to the rally. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun to be able to experience it. You can see what new chaps come out, what new leathers are out, what new T-shirts, hats, gloves, anything dealing with the motorcycle, any little new gadgets that come out, cell phone holders, cup holders. Although I'm not a cup holder guy on a bike, No disrespect to anybody who does, but that's just not my thing. I don't really want a cup holder on my bike, right? But I digress. You know, a lot of people like that. So it's the good part about Harley is it's all about what you like. You know what I'm saying? So uh, those are some of the those are the main two reasons why I like going to rallies. I love seeing what parts are coming out, and I love seeing what other motorcycles are coming out. So those are pretty cool also, right? So like I said, guys, man, we are having these are some of the good things that you can see that are going on, man. I really, like I said, guys, if you have any questions, man, always drop a comment on here. You can always give a shout out. Anything you have, I promise you, I'll ask it. All my new riders out there who are watching this, bike rallies are fun, man. You just have to know what you're doing, right? You have to be mindful and know what's going on, and just pay attention to your surroundings at all time. Create memories with your friends. Understand where to go, what to do, have fun, enjoy yourself. Be safe out there. Ride your motorcycle. You know, just be careful. And once again, I appreciate you guys for watching the channel, man. Thank y'all for watching. You know, you can subscribe on YouTube. Subscriptions are free. It's free to subscribe. You get access to Stogie, man. Like, listen, what better thing to do than to get access to me? You know, I am the ultimate resource within the Harley world. We will be going live, just so you guys know. Uh, Harley is coming close to releasing the new colors and what models are going to be coming out in 2025. So I will be broadcasting that live from the dealership. You better know that. We will be broadcasting that live when the new models release. I'll be broadcasting live from the dealership, so you'll be able to see all of the different things in the areas that we can go and how we can rock and roll. Okay. So once again, subscribe on YouTube. Check out me on IG at Stogaside. Both of them you can just look up Stogaside, and I'm right there waiting on you guys, man. Any questions you may have, feel free, watch some of the videos. I hope you enjoy the content, and appreciate y'all. And we are officially going to sign off. All right. So y'all be good.
Make it bang.